welcome to Kanpai Planet. I'm Mac, and today I'm honoured to have one of the celebrities of world whiskey with me here at Aloha Whisky Bar in Tokyo, Mr. Dave Broom.
Hello, hello.
How are you, sir?
Absolute treat to be here. Yeah, it's great to see you again.
Yeah, I know. Welcome to Tokyo.
Thank you very much. Nice to be back.
For those who don't know you, and I really can't imagine anybody tuning in who doesn't, why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Dave Broom. I write about drink. I get paid for drinking, which is a good thing for a Glaswegian. I've been doing it for close on 40 years now.
Wow.
I like to think, I started when I was 12, but no, that's not true. That's my job, essentially going around the world writing about spirits, and it's a fascinating job.
And people can find that writing online?
Online,
on
yes.
Your own website?
Yeah, it's thewhiskymanual.uk.
And they can also find that writing in various magazines around the world?
Yeah, and I write books, and I'm doing a gentle update of Way of Whisky, adding in a complete new section about new distilleries, so that's coming out later this year. I'm making films as well these days as well. So I did a film in Scotch whisky and Scottish culture a couple of years back called Amber Light. So we're working on a follow-up to that called the Amber Isle, which is looking at Ireland and kind of the renaissance that's taking place in Ireland in whisky and art and music, etc. So yeah, you know what it's like being a moving target.
Yeah, well, yes, I do. Not quite your level, but yeah, I fully understand. Also, random anecdote, which you may not be aware of. Dawn Davies was looking for you at a whiskey show last year in London, 2024.
Oh, yeah.
I overheard her say on the mic in very kind of FBI fashion, has anybody got eyes on Dave Broom? And you had just walked past me and I provided those eyes.
Well, that was me trying to escape from Dawn.
Yeah, and then, well, I'm sorry. Then I owe you an apology.
She found me. It's all right.
But Dawn was happy, and so I'm now friends with Dawn as a result of that incident.
Well, an important person to be friends with.
Absolutely. Let's talk liquid. Let's talk drams. Okay, go on, Dave. What's your favourite core range Japanese whiskey?
I refuse to answer that question.
Oh God!
No, people. I've been asked what is your favourite whiskey so many times.
Yes, I know.
And I always answer, well, it's the one you're about to buy me. And it's I honestly, I don't like scoring whiskies. I don't like whiskey competitions. I like judging each whiskey on its own terms. Some might appeal to me more one day and less the day after. Honestly, it's not a question that I tend to answer.
You heard it here first on Kanpai Planet. Dave Broom's favourite Japanese whiskey is both simultaneously all of them and none of them, like Schrodinger's whiskey.
There you go.
Okay, well, we can't offend any of the discontinued distilleries. So, are there any kind of big bottles that really stick in your mind, that you've had that you'll sort of never forget? Let me share one with you. Mm-hmm. I tasted the Kyosato Field Ballet 30th anniversary bottle, which is a bottling, only 15 bottles created by Shinji Fukuyo, a vatting of Hakushu 30 year, Hakushu 31 year, and Hakushu 32 year. And I think that may well be the best whiskey I've ever tried in my life. So, that's one that sticks in my mind. Yeah. But yeah, specifically say from the discontinued distilleries, anything that really blows your mind. I know you've tried, for example, a lot of Karuizawa in your time.
Yeah, I mean, that was going to be my answer. I mean, I was in the lucky position to work with number one drinks when they bought all the casks and kind of did quality control and double check all the casks.
Oh yeah, quality control.
So I've essentially I tried every cask of Karuizawa, and that was a revelation. And it was a revelation when I went there. The distillery had closed down, but it was technically it was mothballed rather than completely silent.
Right.
And that was another little window that opened up into another possibility for Japanese whiskey because it seemed to be atypical. So yeah, it's got a place in my heart, and it's oh my God, they really should have kept that place open.
I know,
but it's gone. It's gone, and Karuizawa will never return. As a distillery.
I've heard some rumours that your partnership with Number One Drinks, which has started all the way back with the bottling those initial Karuizawas, all the way through the team's founding of the Kinobi distillery in Kyoto. I have heard some rumours that it's not over.
No, there's one final flaring, if you want. Yeah, there was unfinished business to be done with Karuizawa. So this year there will be a pretty remarkable final chapter in the story of Karuizawa, which has been a phenomenal project to work on with the Number One team, with the liquids, and also with craftsmen in Kyoto. to make. You know, what I think we now expect from these products, something that celebrates a distillery which will never reopen, celebrate its entire history, and also, you know, link it to traditional craft as well. So yeah, it's been a joy.
Wow.
Exclusive.
And that's all you can say about that for now?
It's all I can say about that for now, but it's hugely, hugely exciting, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can see the smile on my face.
Yeah.
That's the first I've heard about that. And yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I'm glad you asked me on.
Wow. I'm glad I asked you on.
I've been wanting to tell everybody about this, you know.
This is very exciting news indeed.
It is exciting. It is genuinely exciting. Watch this space.
Well, just like you got to taste all those Karuizawas with number one back in the day, I'm here now, able to help you do the horrific job of blind tasting and assessing, you know, all sorts of components and drams. Yeah. So, you know, thank you very much. So somehow, Dave, amongst all of this, you managed to find time to update your World Atlas of Whisky to its 3rd edition.
Yeah, I didn't even update it. I rewrote it. You know.
Oh, okay.
You know.
Wow.
Because I mean, the last edition was 10 years ago. A lot has happened in the past 10 years. But it was a fascinating project because I was finding new distilleries in countries I didn't know were making whiskey, new approaches, new flavours, and got great help from friends around the world.
When I was at Tokyo International Bar Show 2024, I saw somebody who looked a bit like you, may have been you, pacing up and down the stage like a whiskey-loving madman, reciting countries that whiskey is now produced in. And I've visited 109 countries myself. There was a lot of overlap there. And I thought, is he going to stop? Because it seems like almost everywhere now is producing whiskey.
Pretty much anywhere that distillation is legal is making whiskey. Yeah.
Does that mean the book is this thick?
No, it doesn't. It's same number of pages. A bit of rejigging going on. Smaller point size, a more condensed but more in-depth Scottish section. Every other section is bigger. There are twice as many distilleries profiled. There's more countries profiled. I'm happy it's over.
Fantastic.
And you know,
I can see.
You know, I'm happy it's
Still
over.
happy.
And you know, the pictures are great, and the response has been great. Coming out now is good because a lot of the newer distilleries now have mature stock, so you can begin to talk about what the whiskey is like rather than, you know, theoretically what the whiskey might be and what they're about to do.
Absolutely.
So it's an atlas, so it's telling you where distilleries are, but it's also a map of mindsets and about why distillers are making these decisions and how there are threads that are linking different countries. And distillers who haven't even heard of each other necessarily, but their thinking is very, very similar. So there's all these, this kind of web of knowledge and information and research going on, which is creating this thing called 21st century whiskey. And it's really exciting.
Well, it is exciting, and it takes a whiskey renaissance man like yourself to be able to weave those threads. It's been a real honour to have you.
Yeah, don't be daft. It's been great. I've really enjoyed being here. Yeah, it's great to have a chat.
Dave, thank you so much.
Thanks so much. It's
Absolute
great to see
pleasure.
You. Great to see you. It's great to be on.
Fantastic. Until next time, Kanpai.
Kanpai.